we are back with another video, this time on One Piece card game artists. This video in particular will be about Hayaken-Sarena and all the art they've done for the card game. And there seems to be, as here it says, 49 cards that they've done so far, spanning across most of the sets. I don't think they did any for the first set of One Piece, Romance Dawn, but I believe maybe every other set. I think here we can see an OPO4 and I think maybe an OPO3 they've done. I'm not too sure if there's an OPO2. But they've, as you can see, large variety of artwork, large variety of characters that they've done, um, and very distinct, very detailed, super realistic artwork. All look absolutely amazing. Each one looks so good. And I thought I'd make this video because at the moment, a lot of cards are expensive, and if you're just getting into the card game and you want to play the game, that's great. But also, if you want to collect the cards, then you might want to collect something in particular, because it's all great saying collect this character, but that can be very expensive, especially if you want to collect, let's say, Luffy cards, for example. Obviously, that's going to cost a fortune, but if you want to focus it and narrow it down to just a particular artist, you can save quite a lot of money, because I believe a lot of these cards here are not a lot of money. I mean, let's go for, this is in OP 13, and as you can see, it's got the price charting here, all in dollars though, but 42 cents. Not a lot at all. I mean, this is a alternate art SR, and even that, not a very expensive card at all. Um, I say that, but 28 euros is still a bit pricey, but I think it might also be, yeah, as you can see from here, it's also a very popular card. So it works both ways. If you like the artist, great, and if you want to play the game, great also, because some of these cards will probably be in meta decks. And I just wanted to go through them all really and see which ones you might like, which ones you might dislike. But in particular, I feel like you can't really dislike any of these. If you like the artist, you'll probably like every single one. This Jinbei card in particular does go incredibly hard. I think we're going to be really cliche and say probably it's got to be up there. I just like, to be fair, I just like these SPs in particular from this set. They're all amazing, but this is a mixture of some of my favorite SPs and also one of my favorite artists in one card. As you see, very expensive right now. And it looks like it's actually kind of a meta card as well, but that for me is just the hyper realistic style of it, up close. Like, it just looks absolutely amazing. Almost gives them like more of a life, like they're real kind of feel to them. This Big Mom one is absolutely terrifying. She's gonna eat your soul for sure. And yeah, I mean, if you like these artworks, they've done some other stuff. They're not just solely an artist for One Piece. They have done some other work, a lot of other Japanese stuff, and some, I think, Resident Evil stuff they've probably done, which makes sense because of this art style would just suit that to a T. I think this art style in particular also, I could just imagine an illustration from Berserk would just go so hard, either Guts or Griffith or anything from that world really. Any sort of dark fantasy would just go so hard. I think this is another, yeah, I think this is another quite popular card from the looks of it in the meta. But this one is pretty cheap. Um, Professor Clover, that's OPO9. Look, cheap as hell. I mean, you could probably price all this up, and it'll probably only cost you a couple £100, which, and I mean that's obviously including the expensive ones like Edward Newgate from Kingdoms of Intrigue, I believe, is it? And some of the winner cards here, the Brook one. I think this card looks pretty good. I think this is also in a collection. Some of these have multiple prints, so although it's only showing one, there are other arts. Oh no, here it is. Does it say in particular exactly what? Yeah, it's from the premium card collection. I think this is one of the best Brook artworks there is. This Marshall D. Teach. But yeah, I'll go. I'll just wanted to go through a couple of them then, but I'll go through each one in particular. The Gecko Moria, absolutely amazing character. Always like super focused on this, but then if you look, he's just also just bent across here. I think that looks amazing. There we go. The Five Elders, each one really suits that art style. Obviously, Marshall D. Teach, Blackbeard looks amazing there. actually gives a character like Jin Samora. You can see something like maybe like even like something like Batman or like the Joker would just really suit this art style as well. It's weird to have a style like this. I feel like in something like One Piece because it's quite obviously there's some dark moments in One Piece and everything, but genuinely very kind of lively, upbeat shonen. So, but with these kind of style of artwork, it kind of gives it a bit more of a darker feel to it. Um, Obviously, you can just pause through the video if you ever see a card that in particular suits your fancy. It's got the pricing on there as well of today of recording this video. As you can see, most of them they're not going to hit the bank. They're costing you 10 pence for all the common cards pretty much. It is not going to be a lot at all. Even some of the rare cards like the Sengoku, it's an ultra art rare, not too much, but it's spiked quite a lot recently. But as have a lot of cards. A lot of them have gained a lot of price, so this is probably a good time. Well, not a good time to collect, but a good time to be thinking about maybe just picking the cards that you want, the artists that you want, and start building up a portfolio here. I think that looks cool. That one. Oh, this one. This card is absolutely amazing. Looks absolutely fantastic. Oh, Romance Dawn. So they have done. They've been making cards for One Piece since the beginning. Then from looks of it, wonder if most of the artists I've done an illustration for since the beginning. Probably not that many, but this has had a couple of reprints. But this one in particular is the championship one, as it's got the logo, and it's only €10. But if you just want the Romance Dawn one, it's going to only cost you 20 cents. This Basil Hawkins as well looks absolutely amazing. And here we go. Senior Pink. That also looks great. This is probably my least favourite. Funny enough, if I had to pick one, I'm not a big fan of this Andrew one. Not to say it's bad, of course, but it's just not one that really I resonate with. Not one that I particularly am that fond of. As I said, this one looks great. This has had a couple of prints. Again, we've seen the Mihawk ones already, but this one's slightly different because it's got the different detailed background as is the winner card. Actually, yeah, you can see all the prints here. It's had quite a few. This one in particular on the English anniversary, so it's going to be the most expensive one. So you can either just get the one card that you like the look of, or get all the copies, get a master set. That'd be a pretty cool collector's piece. I don't know. Oh wow, I mean that is going to set you quite back if you want the masterpiece, because that is a very expensive card. Yeah, I mean, imagine Luffy with this art style. I think that could be in Gear 5. Oh man, that would look amazing. Like him actually when he's locked in. And we've got Jack coming towards the last couple now. Doflamingo the last one, which suits his character perfectly, I think. I think some art styles really do complement the characters, because obviously in One Piece you're going to have a lot of your happier, livelier characters. You know, you couldn't imagine this art style fitting someone like Chopper, although that would be interesting to see. But yeah, so that was all the 49 cards. Again, I don't want to make this video too long. You can see the artwork, you can pause it as you want. This meant to just kind of bring a bit of light towards individual artists, and then if you see any that tickle your fancy, then you can go out and obviously buy and collect and maybe play.